Hi there. It is the day after Christmas, and in North America, this is known as Boxing Day. In North America, and I should add, other Commonwealth or former Commonwealth countries. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about Boxing Day and what that is, because I was curious. I did not myself grow up with the tradition of Boxing Day. In fact, for us in Europe, growing up in Europe, these days are called we have Christmas Eve, where the majority of the celebration takes place, and then we have the first day of celebration of Christmas, that's the 25th for us, and the second day of celebrating Christmas, that's the 26th. And during those 3 days, we gather with family and eat. We do a lot of eating those 3 days, and having the idea of Boxing Day. In fact, I called my brother this morning, one of my brothers, and I said, do you know the idea of Boxing Day? And he didn't even know about it. And so the last few days I've been thinking about this, and I thought I'd talk about the origins of the word Boxing Day and where it came from. And maybe at the end of this, I will show you my favorite presents. Just because I happen to have them right here. They're still kind of laid out. So yeah, Boxing Day. Oh, by the way, behind me is a painting by California artist Stephanie Miller, artist and friend. So yeah. So Boxing Day, this is actually not definitive of where that word came from, but the history goes that today is actually in the Catholic Church, the day of St. Stephen, who was particularly connected with almsgiving. And apparently there are two origins of the word Boxing Day, which are not at all what I and most people I know thought they were. It has nothing to do with crushing boxes. It has nothing to do with, stores and buying things. So it is said that the word Boxing Day comes from one of two origins, or perhaps both. One is that the alms boxes that were where alms were being, like donations were being collected for the poor or less fortunate in the churches on this day after Christmas would be when they take those boxes, open them up, and hand money out to the less fortunate. So that's one idea of that, where that word box comes from. The other one is that, and this is kind of a little, I thought it was a little icky, but who knows? I'm not a historian, but so that it is a British tradition and comes out of, it's thought to perhaps also come out of the fact that on the day after Christmas, the wealthy landowners would take some leftovers from their Christmas meal, elaborate Christmas meal, and box it up together with some gifts maybe, and hand it to their employees, to their servants, and so forth. And so that might be thought to be another origin for the word Boxing Day. But in either case, it's about generosity. And I thought it was worthwhile mentioning that. It also relates to the word box, as in the donation box for the food bank, for example. I remember walking by the food bank donation. They had this wonderful thing this year where you could purchase just a bag. It was already pre-bagged, and they knew exactly what the food bank needed. And so when I went shopping, I would always get one of those bags and add it to the big box of collections for the food bank. So I thought I'd throw that out there, and you could consider maybe making a donation to some cost today. Thought that was worth mentioning. And now I promised you I would show you my favorite gifts. And so I got several of these wonderful products from Bear Botanicals, which are locally handcrafted natural skincare products that are really incredible. I love them, and this is a local person crafting these. In fact, it's the daughter of my colleague Jim Bradshaw, Diana Bradshaw from Bradshaw Pure Aesthetics, who makes these lovely products, and I got a whole bunch of them, and I'm just super pumped about that. And then I gave 2 gifts kind of to myself in a way. One was I took 1 strand of small pearls and created 3 small pearl bracelets like this, 1 for each of my daughters and 1 for myself, so that we have something on our body that reminds us about being connected, you know, because we all live, well, we don't all live far apart, but yeah. So that was a gift that I kind of gave myself and each of my daughters, and the other thing I gave myself feels like such a splurge, but I decided to gift myself one of my rings with gems, the silver ones with gems, because I didn't have one. And I was just about to post this one the other day, and then I went, but I like this one so much, and I can't believe it's still here. And then I thought, I'm going to gift that to myself. So I wrapped it up and gifted it to myself. I think that's okay. So I hope you have a good Boxing Day. Consider what I am mentioning about contributing to the box for somebody else less fortunate. And I hope you safe and happy. And I'll talk to you next week. Cheers.